We were in Vancouver, and Wesley Snipes was going crazy.
Jared Leto, Suicide Squad.
Oh, I'm not gonna kill you. I'm just gonna hurt you. Really, really bad.
This actor/musician is known for being a little eccentric, and it hurt his reputation during the production of Suicide Squad. Leto decided to go down the method route, and according to some co-stars, he never broke character as the Joker.
Yeah, well, whenever I met Jared, he never broke character. So I would say, "Hi, I'm Karen Fukuhara. Nice to meet you. I'm Katana." And then he would come at me with, "Hi, pretty."
He refused to speak to his fellow actors and reportedly sent them a number of off-putting gifts, including rats and used condoms. Leto later rebuked this, claiming that the gifts were made in good fun and that the story was wildly exaggerated by the press. However, this conflicts with a report given by Viola Davis, who told Vanity Fair that Leto did some bad things and gave some really horrific gifts.
Now, how about the gifts you gave everyone? Rats, bullets, a hog. Where did that come from?
Don't forget the anal beads,
Who did you send anal beads to?
the used condoms.
You did not.
Shawn Andrews, Dazed and Confused.
How's it going?
Fixing to be a lot better, man. What time is your party tonight, man?
9:30, man.
9:30.
This actor had the opportunity of a lifetime, playing Kevin Pickford in the legendary Dazed and Confused. Unfortunately, he did not get along with any of his co-stars, with one major exception. Kevin was meant to play a much larger role in the movie, but according to director Richard Linklater, he wasn't really getting along with anybody.
Hey, Dad. Huh? What's up?
Did you order some kegs of beer?
No.
Well, there's a fella in a beer truck out on the street that says you did.
At one point, he even brawled with Jason London. Linklater broke them up and reduced Andrews' role in favor of Matthew McConaughey, whose dialogue was largely improvised as a result. The only person whom Andrews seemed to get along with was Mila Jovovich, whom he married in 1992. However, her mother had the marriage annulled after just 2 months.
So I guess you got the wrong house.
Yeah, inconvenience for you. I'm sorry. Brought Mr. Pickford all together.
Hey, these things happen. Don't worry about it. Ben?
Shia LaBeouf, Don't Worry, Darling.
I made a roast.
What else?
Mashed potatoes.
What else?
Green beans.
What else?
We know what you're thinking. Hang on, Shia LaBeouf isn't in Don't Worry, Darling. Exactly right. He had been cast in Harry Styles' role, but reportedly clashed with both the cast and crew throughout pre-production. The details are scarce, but from what we can discern, LaBeouf did not get along with his co-stars and reportedly made Florence Pugh uncomfortable.
Oh my God. Oh my God. What's wrong with you?
Director Olivia Wilde eventually let him go, referencing a combative energy and needing to create a safe, trusting environment. She later told Stephen Colbert that she was given an ultimatum and chose her actress, which seemingly confirms that the firing resulted from a conflict between LaBeouf and Pugh.
Once it became clear that it was not a tenable working relationship, I was given an ultimatum. I chose my actress, which I'm very happy I did.
Robert Shaw, Jaws.
Truly bigger than life. A man who intimidated me, who scared me, who exhilarated me, and I liked him and I hated him, and he had my number. You know, he could get me.
This English actor shared the screen with all of 2 people, and he intensely hated one of them. At the time, Robert Shaw was in a difficult place in his personal life. His wife was suffering from various mental health challenges, and they both had problems with alcohol dependence. In fact, Shaw frequently engaged in binge drinking while on set. He also repeatedly clashed with Richard Dreyfuss, often goading him into dangerous situations and engaging in constant bickering.
Shaw would say, look at you, Dreyfuss. You eat and you drink and you're fat and you're sloppy. Your age, it's criminal.
Roy Scheider claims that Shaw saw Dreyfuss as a young punk, and Dreyfuss himself called Shaw some evil troll who would make me his victim. Needless to say, the whole grizzled veteran young city boy dynamic between Quint and Hooper wasn't too far off from reality.
Well, it proves one thing, Mr. Hooper. It proves that you wealthy college boys don't have the education enough to admit when you're wrong.
Gene Hackman, The Royal Tenenbaums.
30 years ago, I was knifed in a bazaar in Calcutta. He carried me to the hospital on his back.
Who stabbed you?
He did.
Even from the off, Gene Hackman did not want to work on the Royal Tenenbaums. He was nearing the end of his career and wanted to take easy jobs, and he found it difficult to relate to his character, Royal Tenenbaum. However, he was ultimately persuaded by his agent. Good thing, his performance was widely praised and led to several awards, including a Golden Globe.
I'm very sorry for your loss. Your mother was a terribly attractive woman.
However, he was quite a difficult man to work with, frequently fighting with the cast and director Wes Anderson. Both Gwyneth Paltrow and Angelica Houston avoided Hackman, and he earned the ire of Bill Murray by verbally abusing Anderson. It culminated in Houston slapping him for real during a scene, leaving a huge imprint on his cheek.
I want us to...
What's wrong with you?
Marlon Brando, Mutiny on the Bounty.
Impertinence noted. It shall be logged. Do you care to enlarge the entry?
Despite being a legend of the screen, Marlon Brando has a complex legacy, with his working process attracting much controversy. His behavior was a huge problem while making the historical bomb Mutiny on the Bounty. Many people involved with the production have criticized Brando for his prima donna attitude, like frequently arriving late and refusing to act if he didn't like a scene.
You are the sort of self-styled gentleman who thinks only one thought. You feel only one emotion, contempt. Contempt for effort, for ambition, for anyone born less fortunate than yourself. You are poisoned with contempt, Mr. Christian.
He also didn't get along with his co-stars. He frequently fought with both Richard Harris and Trevor Howard, the former calling Brando a dreadful nightmare, and the latter unprofessional and completely ridiculous. He later wrote a letter to Howard apologizing for his actions, so, you know, that's something.
You remarkable pig. You can thank whatever pig god you pray to you haven't quite turned me into a murderer.
Wesley Snipes, Blade Trinity.
Sounds like rejects from a Saturday morning cartoon.
Well, we were gonna go with the Care Bears, but that was taken.
Forget this crappy Blade, we want to see a movie about the movie. Its production is a piece of Hollywood lore, with Snipes being incredibly hostile to director David S. Goyer and being a general pain in the butt. It's said that Snipes refused to speak to his co-stars, never called them by name, and spent much of his time alone in his trailer smoking pot. Just ask Patton Oswalt how much fun he had filming with Snipes.
And after a while, he resorted to just he would communicate with Post-its that he would give to the director, and each one he would sign Blade.
Funnily enough, the man Snipes seemingly hated the most was Ryan Reynolds, often criticizing his zany sense of humor and even calling him a racial slur. However, the two later kissed and made up, resulting in a legendary Blade cameo in Deadpool and Wolverine.
I don't like you.
You never did.
Richard Pryor, Blue Collar.
That's all you talk about, the plant. Everybody know what the plant is. The plant just short for plantation.
No one said working with legends was easy. Just ask those involved with Blue Collar, a 1978 drama starring Richard Pryor, Harvey Keitel, and Yaphet Kotto. Despite their near-mythical status, the three actors did not get along and were constantly fighting amongst each other. And while all three share blame, the main source of the conflict seems to be Richard Pryor.
Get out my house. I'll pay the goddamn money.
You bet you will, you pay it.
Yeah, I know I will.
The comedian was battling substance abuse, suffered from poor health, and was in a failing marriage with Deborah Maguire, all of which influenced his negative actions. Aside from the constant yelling, Pryor was reportedly quite physical on set, in separate incidents punching Keitel, throwing a chair at Kotto, and even aiming a gun at director Paul Schrader.
I do my job. Can't nobody say no different.
Bill Murray, Various.
Dr. Marvin! Dr. Marvin!
Hello, Bob. What are you doing with the rifle?
There's a hard truth to accept in Hollywood, and that's that Bill Murray is a massive grump. You name a movie, chances are that he hated working on it. Murray has feuded with the likes of Chevy Chase, Sean Young, and Lucy Liu, but there are two major films in which he seemingly didn't get along with anyone. What About Bob and Groundhog Day? Murray was quite combative on the set of the former, pushing producer Laura Ziskin into a lake and throwing an ashtray at Richard Dreyfuss.
Hello, I'm Bob. Would you knock me out, please? Just hit me in the face.
He was also famously bitter throughout Groundhog Day, often throwing tantrums with the cast and crew and criticizing others' performances. He also frequently clashed with director Harold Ramis, and the two remained estranged for years.
I'll give you a winter prediction. It's gonna be cold, it's gonna be gray, and it's gonna last you for the rest of your life.
Klaus Kinski, Aguirre, The Wrath of God.
Der Mann ist einen Kopf größer als ich. Das kann sich ändern.
Described by Werner Herzog as a monster and a great pestilence, Klaus Kinski was notorious for his volatile and erratic personality. He hated virtually everyone he worked with, and often raged over the slightest inconveniences. Basically, he didn't need to do much acting as the mad Lope de Aguirre.
Wer auch nur wagt, ans Davonlaufen zu denken, wird in 198 Teile zerstückelt. Und auf ihm wird dann so lange herumgetrampelt, bis man die Wände mit ihm streichen kann.
Herzog intentionally angered Kinski on the set of Aguirre the Wrath of God, often leading to furious and violent outbursts aimed at his co-workers. His anger boiled over one night while the cast and crew were loudly playing cards in a hut. Irritated at the constant noise, Kinski grabbed a rifle and fired into the hut, hitting an extra and taking off the tip of his finger.
Ich bin der Zorn Gottes. Wer sonst ist mit mir?
Do you think you would enjoy working with these people? Let us know in the comments below.
Don't have to take this abuse much longer.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.